Hey guys! You might notice I'm sitting somewhere else today. Well, I've had the same camera angle for years, so I thought it was time to change things up. It's still a work in progress, but filming it this way makes it feel like we're editing at the same desk, which just feels a bit more personal. Anyway, today I'll show you 5 of my favorite editing tricks that I personally use every day. Let's open up Premiere. Number 1. Triple pancake editing. Now, this is something I do specifically, but as you can see, I have 3 different timelines in my project here. This is my workspace that I use when I'm syncing screen recording and B-roll with my video. Now, at the bottom, you can see the main edit timeline. Right now, only the studio recording is here, which is me explaining the tutorial. Then on the second timeline, called pancake B-roll, I have my B-roll clips that I collected. And then on top, I have the third timeline called pancake screencast, which is of course the screen recording for my tutorial. Now, why would I do this? It's very simple. When I pick clips from one timeline and drag them into the main edit, I can now synchronize them with the recording. There you go. Same thing with the B-roll timeline. You can just drag it in there, and as you can see, you're not removing the clips from the pancake timeline. They stay there, unharmed. So you can always go back if you messed up. Time for number 2, removing the background of your logos. If you don't use Photoshop and if you're too lazy to mask out this icon, for example, you should look for the logo cutout effect. Just drag it to your clip and that already does something. It's not perfect, but we're gonna tweak it. Head over to the effect controls and in here, set the auto detection to manual. Then change the mode to unmulled light and then decrease the threshold until your logo is perfectly cut out. I always like to decrease the feather too. It makes the edges sharp. Now, this doesn't just work with any icon or logo. Let me show you a bad example. The golden Premiere logo. Let's drag the effect to it, and yeah, that doesn't look really good. Of course, you can try and tweak and see if you can make something from it, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Now, in this case, there's trick number 3, the rounded crop effect. This works for anything square or rectangle that has rounded corners. So find the rounded crop effect and drag it to your clip. Then in the effect controls, adjust the left, right, top and bottom properties until the icon is cut out. Lastly, increase the roundness until it matches your icon. And there you go. Now, it's time for a bonus trick. What if you could open up Premiere, search a keyword and find millions of high-quality stock videos without leaving Premiere? Well, if you want stock videos that are created by real artists and not AI generated, then the Storyblocks plugin is for you. All you gotta do is click the download button and boom, my video is in the project panel. This literally helps me tell my stories. By the way, I have nothing against AI generated video, but I think that if you pay for a stock library, you should get real footage. You'll get unlimited downloads of diverse and high-quality media for one predictable subscription cost. Storyblocks has everything you need in one place. 4K and HD video, templates, music, sound effects, backgrounds, and images. It gives me unlimited content that I can use to create videos like this one. You can choose between a monthly or annual plan. No need to worry about copyright claims or anything like that. Everything you download is 100% royalty-free. Storyblocks, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. To get started with unlimited stock media downloads at one set price, head over to storyblocks.com/Premiere Basics. Or just click the link down below. Trick number 4. This one is cool. So in Premiere, you can actually make your logos look like this. And in just a few clicks, by the way. No After Effects needed. To do that, head over to the window menu on top, then extensions, and then open up the Film Impact dashboard. You should all have this. It's included with Premiere. Once it's open, go to Lights and Glows. First, apply the volumetric race effect. This doesn't do anything on first sight, so head over to the effect controls and in here, play around with the settings. For example, the intensity, with the highlights, ray length, basically anything. Once you're done, go back to Film Impact and in here, look for the glint effect. Then again, in the effect controls, adjust the intensity settings. And when you're done, go back to Film Impact one last time and find the Wonder Glow effect. Once it's applied, go back to the effect controls and adjust this one as well. Look at how amazing this looks now. Very cool. Now, let's give it some animation. You can do that by going to the Transform tab, and in here you'll find a bunch of cool stuff. Let's apply 3D rotate. Alright, now what you will see is that the God rays and glow are not reacting to the movement, but they are pinned to it. To fix that, all you have to do is click and drag the 3D effect and drag it on top of the glow effects. That way the glow will truly react to the movement. You can of course adjust the animation completely to your liking. And now it looks like this. Wonderful. By the way, I was on a video call with the founder of Film Impact last year. He was so proud of the things that he and his team created, and that was truly amazing to see. But yeah, since Adobe acquired Film Impact, let's just hope they keep it that way. Trick number 5. Creating custom motion graphic templates. Man, this one is so underrated. As you can see right here, I have a title animation that you probably recognize. Well, if you select it and go to the Properties panel, you can actually customize anything about this animation however you want. Even the colors can be adjusted. In the background, I have these Premiere logos floating around. Well, I can actually change the letters to AE, and that way I can use this animation on my After Effects channel too. Anyway, let me show you guys how you can create something like this yourself. First, open up After Effects. Okay, so here I have a text layer. The first thing I do is look for typewriter. That will show you these two. Apply the blinking typewriter effect to your text layer. That will make any text layer look like it's typed. The next step is opening up the Essential Graphics panel. In here, we will create our mogul. So first select your composition, in my case, basics. Okay, now in this box, we're gonna add properties that we're gonna have in Premiere. Of course, we wanna be able to adjust the text layer, so expand it and click and drag the source text into the Essential Graphics panel. You can rename the left side to text or something. That won't do anything. Now in here, you can adjust the actual text layer to Premiere, for example. There you go. If you want, you can enable formatting for your text. Just check them all and click on OK. And now you can basically drag any property in here. Let's say the position property. There you go. Alright, now let's also give it the option to change the color. To do that, find the tint effect in the effects library, drag it to your clip, and there it is. Now in the timeline, expand the effects tab and the tint tab. Then drag the map white to property right into the Essential Graphics panel. You can then change the name to color, and whenever you change the color in here, the color of your text will change. Alright, that's it. Play around with it, and when you're done, click on Export Motion Graphics Template. That will ask you to save it somewhere. Now, back in Premiere, you can go to the Graphics Templates panel and click the Open Template button. Then simply import your mogul, and there it is. Now you can drag it in the timeline, and poof, your animation will play back perfectly. Now to make the adjustments, simply select it and go to the Properties panel. In here, you can adjust whatever you added in After Effects. Now, if you want to learn everything about the Object Mask tool, and I mean truly everything, click the video right here. On my left. It's still on my left. I was thinking, it's still on my left. Yes, it's still on my left. It's right here. Maybe I should say here. On my right. On your left. Click the video right here on your left. Thank you guys so much for watching.